Hey guys, we live. Change of save. Let's see here. Okay, we're live.
Yay.
Hi guys.
Yep. Alright, so where do we want to start this podcast?
Oh.
Where do you think?
I don't know.
What subject should we cover?
Wait, do we go down
Should we start with news upon the map, upon what's going on? I guess I'll kick it off with the map. Okay, I don't know too much about the map right now because Pag has been kind of quiet lately. In fact, he's been quiet for really a few days, probably 3 days or so. I think he hasn't been so. Pag is I don't know. Either way, the map. Last time I heard it was halfway done. Now it could be more like a little over halfway now, but I don't know. It's probably still going to be like 2 to 3 more, maybe 4 weeks until the map is semi-finished.
Nick just messaged me soon as the stream began.
Okay. So Nick is watching the stream, I take it.
Probably.
Well,
yeah,
Pixel
because
was subscribed to me, so.
Well, he just said, look in the main chat, and this is what he said. Nick, ability modded to blacklist servers. And that is.
Okay, that makes no sense to me.
Not racist.
Wait, where is this written?
It's
okay, anyways, we better just keep going.
Okay, anyway, yeah.
So, the map is just sort of in the middle of a. It's right now. It's the map for Pag's making probably, let's just say another month, maybe 2 months. I don't know. I'm not entirely confident in how much time it's going to take Pag to get that done. Not because I don't find him a bad map. He's good at making the map, but he's so busy with life.
One way or another, we need a replacement.
And he's getting burnt out. I think that it would be good ideas to think about a replacement map. That being said, just in case, I'm afraid. I'm afraid the same thing's going to happen with that map.
I think when Pag needs to go on vacation, he needs to find another content creator and send the map files to them.
Yeah, I think that would be advisable.
Because Pag really likes going on vacations. So, yeah. I think finding another... Like me, because I...
Well, Doom, are you going to get burnt out if that were to happen?
No, I really want to work on the map.
Alright,
all I have to do right now is ships.
Maybe you can DM or message Pag and ask him and see what he says. I mean, that's between you guys and stuff like that. Anyways, so the map is still a work in progress. Currently, most of you know we're on a kit PvP server for the time being with World War II stuff. And it's okay. Not really enough Japanese, and it's kind of boring without the Japanese. Honestly, I would add beds to kits or something to insinuate PvP. Because the thing is, not only is the map at this point too big, it's hard to coordinate like an attack.
You know what we could do is we could kind of go on Hawaii and I bet we could fiddle around with the plugins one day on Hawaii and figure out a way to set up a semi-RP, like set up bases and regions. And if we get a semi-RP working, you might not be able to buy stuff. Admins might still have to spawn vehicles in, but it would be better than just, here's a kit, go have fun.
Well, the thing is, also, did you think about this, Doom? If you were to get the map to do, you'd have to know how to do the NPCs. See, that's the problem.
I know how to do NPCs.
And there's actually a Discord server like dedicated to helping people, so you can just ask people there as well.
But so yes, okay, so that's basically the status of the map and/or what the server's been up to.
What?
By the way, guys, if you come on the server, I'm moderator, so if you need help I'm allowed to spawn in certain buildables and things like that. I can't spawn in vehicles, but if you're like making a base, I can spawn in beds or in a generator or something like that. Just so everyone knows. Now let's see. Should we go on to the status of the mods?
I guess. Be a good next thing to do.
Okay, Doom, I'm gonna let you lead this discussion since you are.
I'm somewhat displaying my mod right now. So the Cleveland is pretty much done.
Ooh, spicy.
Spicy Cleveland. So yeah, Cleveland is looking good.
Love it.
We got
that was gaming, right?
Listen to this gun. Everybody be quiet. Ammo is work in progress.
Doom, oh my.
Yep, I love the sound you made there.
Wait, it gets better. I just gotta swap to the AA guns. And wait now. Swap to the AA guns.
Yep.
It's not nearly as good. I need to work on it. Some visual effects that don't look right.
I like the sound of AA.
Yeah, it's a quad mount, and how I'm gonna do the
So wait, do the Japs get this or what?
The Japanese are gonna get a heavy cruiser, but it's basically the Japanese are basically gonna get the Cleveland. But
are you
it's
gonna
gonna
add
have
different
torpedoes.
colors to the ship or not?
What?
Are you gonna add different colors to the ship instead of just the grey and blue?
Well, this is the actual camo it had in the real world.
I thought you were gonna put like a little red on the bottom or something to give it a different color or something.
Maybe if you like customized it somehow, like put a name.
Why is it on a lean so much?
I don't know why it lists. You can go ask Nelson.
Hippity bippity boppity bop, hippity boppity bippity bop.
Oh,
that thing's huge though.
Hippity hoppity. You know my property. I don't know. Hippity hoppity, give me your property.
Also, there's this just guy chilling, just sitting over here chilling on the superstructure. Well,
that looks good, Doom.
Wait, no, I want F11. We're gonna make it stick over here.
That's cool. Go into the camera mode and zoom in a bit. Go in third person and just press F1 and go into camera mode. And then you can get like a good look around the ship.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine a battle with one of those things? All guns facing each other?
Just imagine, because these things are gonna be shotguns. This thing's gonna fire 3 shells at once.
Just you get like you get one.
These ain't the thing. They're cool.
You get one driver, and you just have all the guns facing one ship, and it's just
annihilates.
Imagine artillery barrages with those things.
No, I just imagine there's there's a normal siege. Let's say we're taking some campsite over here, and there's a destroyer shelling it, and the Cleveland just comes out of nowhere and just like disintegrates the cruiser, the destroyer, with its main batteries, and then starts
I'm already
shelling
thinking of strategies that the Navy can use, even though I won't be in the Navy.
You're gonna have to balance this thing out, though.
Oh yeah, this thing's gonna be balanced. These secondaries were actually used as AA, so they're gonna be able to aim up high enough to shoot planes.
Yeah, especially those stupid kamikazers that we're gonna get a lot of. I think pretty much every.
What do you mean,
stupid,
Joe? What do you mean, stupid?
Well, I still think it's stupid.
It's not.
I think it's.
I like the idea, to be honest.
Anyways, okay, so the Cleveland, yes, really big.
It's
big
really big.
Congratulations to Doom for working really hard on that.
Hey guys, I just want to say hi to Nick and Pixel. They are watching the stream.
Oh, Nick and Pixel, Oh boy.
Oh, that's great.
Why? It doesn't make any sense. So they leave yet they watch the streams. It makes literally no sense to me.
Because they want to blacklist them all.
This is what they do with their lives.
No, I really, honestly, I don't care what they do. I just think that they're a bunch of grumpy son of a guns. That's just how I look at them. Anyways, it doesn't matter. That's just my opinion. But
yeah, just don't mind the World War II era cruisers sailing by a modern aircraft carrier that's terribly proportioned with a modern jet fighter in it.
Well, really you can't do unturned proportions. You really have to. I mean, it's possible, but
I think Reigns is the only person who could do that with his planes.
Yeah, well, that's
hey,
different. Planes are different. But when it comes to boats, you really can't do a proper proportion thing unless you really are dedicated to making something that big.
And then again, it won't look right. So
yeah, it won't look right. It won't be proportioned.
I'm surprised
correctly.
This looks so right. Like, this looks like it belongs in Unturned. Not really, actually. I should probably have... If I wanted to make it look like it belonged in Unturned, the superstructure would have to be a cube.
You know, I mean, what
go under this bridge? Oh,
what else should we pertain to? I mean, so we've talked about the boat. Okay, Apex, I don't know if he's going to showcase any of your planes, but do you just want to talk about those?
Them, Apex?
Okay. I mean, it's his decision.
Sure, if you want to. Yeah. I don't care.
Wait. Dragging bottom. No, I'm not going to make it through the river. Oh, shit.
And then I guess Gaming has his part of the mod, but that's all glitchy or something for Doom.
This is when you know you got a big ship, when it doesn't fit in anything but the middle of the ocean.
Oh man, fights with that boat are going to be so interesting.
Yeah.
I hope I'm spawning in something good. If I could spawn it, if it'll spawn in. Yeah.
That give 1441.
82.
Oh, is that the dual P51?
There it is.
Go into first, press A.
Quick feedback. Maybe the second guy have a gun.
Complaining.
Yeah, I still need to add that.
This thing should have a lot of firepower.
I put some flaps on it, but that was just
oh yeah.
I mean, I have to say, Apex, you did a really good job on this model. These are really good models. Apex, you're really good at modeling and making mods. I mean, you really throw them out.
Spicy.
Do you have a favorite here? Do you have a favorite plane that you made, Apex?
There's the flying.
It depends what for. Like my favorite plane has always been the Corso, but I like that Japanese plane I made. I can't remember what it's called.
You should put the audio centered around the player's engine.
Okay, yeah.
The engine audio. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Guys,
I haven't figured out how to move that.
Look, it's the flying cruiser. Hi. Oh, it's in the skybox.
Or here's an interesting idea. If I put like bombs on it, and the second guy with the bomb.
Do it, Apex, do it.
It's literally stuck in the skybox. Now I'm suffocating.
Suffocates on stream.
Suffocating. I suffocated on stream.
Okay, what? So Apex is planes, and then I guess Gaming has tanks, but that's broken right now. So
hi, Ship.
At least for Doom, it's broken. I think it worked for someone else, but for some reason, it's just not working for Doom.
Out what else we got.
Spent like an hour trying to get it to fix, but it didn't fix.
251. Okay. This is the.
I may have made the engine a little too loud.
Guys,
I guess you could say
it's really nice for
USAF. The what?
Yeah, that one turned out nice.
Rachel, what did you want to bring up?
The status of the map of Hawaii at the moment.
Oh well, everybody knows. Okay. Well, in case you didn't know,
it's a bit too big.
At the beginning, okay, yes, Hawaii is a big map. I'll admit that, but the only reason I figured we would go Hawaii was because it fits with the tropical atmosphere that we're going to. And so it seems like a smart idea at the time. I don't know. It's a big map. Honestly, the thing is, there's not enough action on right now. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. the state of the
Even
server
so,
right
should
now
just
is
change.
pretty okay. It's pretty
Apex, I
good.
think you might want to move some of the speed on your aircraft.
You think?
Your aircraft
All
are
right.
way faster than Brains or anybody
How fast
else's
does this go?
aircraft.
Okay, back.
Anyway,
I'm trying to
so
figure out the speed on it.
Make some poor kid dizzy.
I mean, yes, it would make sense to make it Washington because that's like known for being the best PvP server, but it doesn't make sense at the same time if you want to go for a World War II setting where you're the
I think
Japs
what we
and
need
the
to do is we need to find 2 points on the Pacific, on the Hawaii map, and we need to go and we need to make zones and we need to build out of the middle of base building objects. We need to build bases.
It doesn't work that way, Jim. That just it's just not.
It would be the closest thing we could get to an RPC.
Yeah, I know. It's not a question of RP. It's just a question. The map's too big to really have. Now, yesterday we did, but we had like probably 8 Japs on yesterday, and that was a decent amount to do some fighting with. But we had like 20 Americans on,
Okay,
and
so
that's
we're
just
about to
20
add-
versus
There's like
8
7
isn't
Japs.
fair. And
about
so
to
the
add
problem of the matter is there's not enough Japanese to make it really full on. It's like, you know, when you go to map like on Blitzkrieg or on Sicily, it would just start, or one of us would. At least when I got on, there was always fighting in between a certain area. Usually where the event would happen, like Husky Beach, there'd be fighting between Husky Beach and Fort Saint on Sicily.
Wrong plane.
And so that's something that is like. That being said, though, Kieran, props to him because he worked really hard to get everything coordinated, to get it all set up. That took quite a while because of all that other stuff.
Question.
What?
If the Pacific doesn't go through for some reason, are we gonna go back to Germans, British, Russians?
Alright, let me put it this way, Basil. I honestly don't know. I think I don't know. We might move away from it for all I know. You know, but yeah, we could. But I think honestly, we need to have at least one more World War II map that lasts a while.
Yeah.
Stalingrad, I originally was going to last, but Stalingrad was stopped because Mellon decided to quit, and that was a mess. So really, I think that likely we would go to another World War II map if Pacific fell through, but I don't want that to happen because we've already gone through once. And I think it would ultimately be a very not only unfortunate, but I think it would be kind of server crushing to have another map fall through the cracks.
Exactly, and then we'll have a nice 2 months
We're just holding on to what player base we have. The one thing I'm kind of disappointed in is the fact that the Axis is so inactive. I would say there's probably about 20 dedicated Axis members, and they can't all be on at the same time at the current state that the server's in. There's 20 dedicated. Now, when the map comes out, maybe that'll go up to 40 or 50 or 60. I don't know. But either way, it's just like it was at the end of Sicily. There were too little Axis and too many allies. And I still think that's true. But anyways, that's that.
Jones, if that never
Oh yes, the KI-200.
UnTRUMPed's gonna be in a lot of poop. A big pile of doggo poo.
Duggo.
Doggo. What the hell is
The
that?
KI-200 engine doesn't
I have a
work.
question.
Does it not?
What is your question? For who?
My question seems to be,
I'll see.
I
Doom
need to
Boy's
fix that.
Cleveland Anti-air. I do question, what is the damage of the anti-air guns?
It had a rocket sound that was working beforehand. I don't know what happened.
Dude,
Now
did you
it's
hear
the
that?
Seven
I think, was that directed towards Doom, like on the ship or on the
on the ship. The ship's anti-air.
Yeah, Doom.
assuming
How much
has a
damage does
custom
the
cannon.
anti-air do?
The anti-air is not going to be Rain's 40 mil. Don't worry, guys. We're not going to have 40 mils that are the size of that deal the damage equivalent to 22s.
Yeah, we need
It's
some
definitely
pretty
going to
good...
be more damage than a 30 mil will do.
Do you think it'll do like 10% per hit, or is that too much? I mean, that just depends if you're a good pilot.
I'm asking about the stat damage of the anti-air, because
I do not know yet.
Stat,
that's going to be a lot of balancing.
I would
200 damage per shot. I would like to know how much damage the Cleveland's anti-air does.
I think having it at, like, say, depending on how fast you can fire and how accurate it is, I would make it.
Well, it's a relatively slow fire.
3 to 10% damage per hit, especially if it's a slow gun.
It's definitely a slow firing gun.
Because especially for those guns like if somebody, say they take a plane and they kamikaze you, you want to try to get that plane destroyed before it reaches your boat. And so it's going to have to be able to do enough damage to keep that plane from hitting. Otherwise, you're just going to basically, what's going to happen, and this will be way too unbalanced, where a bunch of people get a bunch of planes and they just keep kamikazing and doing damage to the boat, and it'll destroy the boat. Yeah, it does cost a ton of their resources.
Kamikaze planes, the idea of the Bofors, remember, this is a big boat with only 3 AA guns. So the Bofors are probably going to be quite powerful. You also got to remember, they fire 4 shots at once. It's going to work like a shotgun, so there's going to be a lot of balancing.
Well, if it was a 40mm Bofors, I've never seen, or at least I've clearly not seen it, quad mount 40mm Bofors. I've never seen those.
Those were actually quite common on American ships, especially bigger ones.
I only remember
on Japanese ship Type 25, 20mm. I'm pretty sure it's 25mm triple AA gun.
On Japanese ships, the 25mm anti-air were made in triple mounts, not really quad mounts, only triple.
Yeah, the Americans really liked their quad mounts.
I will be honest, I agree with Jones. With the kamikaze thing, your guns will have to do enough damage to take out a kamikaze.
It would be kind of unrealistic. And
so either make
the thing would have way more AA power, so I think I'm gonna like buff the Bofors to the point where.
Well, something what I think should happen is, and this is pretty obvious, happens when the official version of the server comes out and PAG hopefully gets the Pacific done, or the map for the Pacific done, then we can let your boat gets released after you've done some fairly decent damage values, and then I think that boat could be released. And then we see how it goes. We see if it's fairly balanced or unbalanced. Then you have to do some mods to it, because that's just what's going to happen. Or Kieran can maybe mod the damage values. But even if you balance it, you can't balance it based off of your one perception. You're going to have to see what it's like with a bunch of people doing it. Because if you don't have a bunch of people doing it, then you can't really get a good perspective on it. One person doing it isn't going to be enough to really understand how balanced it is.
Look at my glow-in-the-dark Type 100 mag.
It's also it's always good to have a second or third opinion.
For some reason, my Type 100 mags really like glowing.
Is there anything else that we want to talk about? Opinions on people or something?
If you end up in the situation where PAG does not finish the map and he does not give it to anyone, what would be the best map to use?
Okay, well, Jacob, right?
If we're going maps we already have, I think Sicily would be the best map to fall back on.
Guys,
I think it would have to be something new, because I think everyone's tired of those maps we've used.
Yeah, I mean, we could do Sicily for a few for a little bit.
This is where you guys know Jacob, right? Well, he's been ever since like Blitzkrieg, before Blitzkrieg, he's been working on a map in his spare time, D-Day. Like, he might have it finished soon, but hasn't got NPCs. But what it has is it's the base of Operation Overlord, and it's really good. It's really good, and I would recommend that. So that will change variation. Because it's 2 beaches, it's Omaha and Sword, I think. I'm not sure. So that would add variation, so there would also be Germans, there would be British, and we could also have American, or British or American, I don't know, whatever variant. We could have them both.
That would allow us to do a lot more naval stuff if the center of the map, if the map is largely based off of the D-Day beaches, then we could do quite a bit of naval stuff.
yeah, we'll still have naval battles because there's a big river and like the Allies' base is the very bottom of England, which is quite cool. And the main way to get over the Channel will be naval transport. So I think the big thing.
It's a good fallback, and obviously, in my opinion, the only way for this server to survive is to go to a new map. We don't go to a new map. We don't have new content. The server is going to die. That's just
I know there are dozens of World War II maps out there that haven't been known about.
For the makeshift PvP map right now, I think we should change to World War II Battlegrounds. I'm going to post it in the unTRUMPed Discord, guys.
Well, that's ultimately up to Kieran to decide, you know. Yeah. And
well, we need a new World War II map. Vanilla maps are too bleh.
Yeah, they're too big.
They're good maps, but everybody's seen them a gazillion times.
What I think we need to do is take a map that's World War II and use it until the other map comes out.
Well, the thing that Kieran,
guys,
hold it. Let me explain something. The thing that Kieran is worried about is that it's going to kill the hype. If you put it, that's basically World War II. You put the map, you have the kits. That's literally one leap away from being complete World War II. And if you already have that map going, it might kill the hype for the Pacific. Because then we're going to be the Japs and the Americans
But if it's going to be going for 2 months, then that's...
Yeah, I know, but that's what Kieran's... But now, if we switch to a different faction, what if we switch... But then that would be a lot of work, and Kieran doesn't... So really, Kieran's in a very difficult spot here. And I agree with him that if he were to switch, and we went... Well, not switch, but if he were to go to a different map and basically make it all World War II, and we were the Japs and the Americans, the Pacific map comes out, there might be a hype for a week over the new map, but we would still be used to the Japs and the Americans. Now, some might say, well, yeah, but that's the thing, though, Doom. If the hype gets killed and we're Japs and Americans for too long, people will get bored of being Japs and Americans.
We go back to Germans and British.
But the issue is...
I've actually... Because I haven't actually played very long. I know you two, Jones. We have never been British and German. I've never played them.
I have to explain something to you. What I'm saying is... But then Pacific comes out, and all the work that PAG put into that map is nothing.
Exactly, but it's gonna take a while for PAG to do the map, so for the meantime...
Here's what I'm gonna do. Kieran hyped everyone up way too early.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I agree with pretty much me and anybody else who hyped. We were too excited. We thought it's going to come quick. Well, I knew for a fact, even though I said 2 to 3 weeks, really, by the second week, I knew it was going to be a lot longer. I can't blame PAG for that, though, because it's not easy making a map when you have school and other things, and you burn yourself out. And what PAG's done, I do believe, he has burned himself out. Now, that's nothing against him, but it just happens where people get burnt out. And I'm questioning whether this server is going to survive on Kit PvP. Yes, it's okay. I was hoping for more success on this server to at least bring some World War II. It's better than survival, but it's worse because there's not enough Japanese. You've got to have at least, let's say, you've got to have at least, in my opinion, there's a 3/4 rule. You've got to have 3/4 of the other team, at least in size, to make it fun for both teams. You may not have the exact number, but as long as you have 3/4 of what the opposing team is, you're in the clear. Or the vice versa, where you're the team and the other team is 3/4 of your team. That way, but at this point, it's more like, it's less than a half, which is not good. It's not healthy for that server. That's how I look at it. That being said, though, I'm not going to get angry at Kieran because the way Kieran feels like no matter what I do, I don't make you guys happy, and I don't want to give that to him. Because no matter what you do, you're not going to make everyone happy. That's just a fact. And I hope Kieran understands that. But I just think, honestly,
I seriously think we should, even for the meantime, just change the map to, because you know we look at Battlegrounds, it's a million map. It's fun in the meantime because stuff can be structured. Vehicle spawn, we don't need beds because the map's really good. There's crazy battles in on this map. The airfield that can still make bases.
Yeah, but
it's lagging.
Yeah,
it's not that lagging.
It has so much assets that it causes a lot of lag.
It's just
And
not,
that server doesn't need any help with lag. We know that.
it's just the server hasn't done well with a lot of stuff. Like, remember when Kieran tried to add a certain plugin, and it was where literally the game was unplayable. You couldn't play. It was so bad.
What was the thing?
Region. It was region.
It was region. No, it wasn't region. It was something else. It was that big update that I won't go into any more detail. Just before the officer purge happened, actually. I don't know how many of you remember
No,
it.
it was region. It's trying to make
No, Zach. It was not region. Regions were laggy, but there was a time where Kieran tried to add something, and I won't say what, at a certain time, where it just was really, it made the server incredibly laggy. It was a plugin, and it made it so laggy you literally, you couldn't move. It wouldn't work. It didn't work at all. And now he fixed that plugin, and we still have that plugin, but it took a little bit of brainstorming from him to figure that out.
That plane right there is probably one of my favorites.
Alright,
So,
I have to...
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I want to discuss two things just quickly. First of all, someone said back, I don't know how long it was ago, but it was kind of far. Someone said that we never did British versus Germans. Okay, bye.
We did do that. It was long ago, but
Yeah.
we still did that before.
We should, I think, as a fallback map, we should probably do British versus Germans.
I mean,
Yeah.
but the
That would
problem,
be somewhat
yeah.
new. Because we've
Because,
been fighting
yeah.
as the Americans
Well, yeah.
versus
For
Germans.
ages.
Something
and
Well,
versus
the thing
Germans
is, though,
forever.
if we go British versus Germans, let's okay. Remember something: the Pacific was a fallback. At this point, it was a fallback thing where we were going to originally, of course, we were going to be. But do you remember at the end of the map, at the end of Blitzkrieg, how tired we were getting of Germans and Russians? That's why. But at the same time, if we make a fallback, yes, it's good. But Kieran does not need to do that work yet.
But Jones, remember, there is already maps that are out there for
Yeah,
World
I
War
know
II.
there's maps, but I don't think you guys understand. It takes a lot of time to get that stuff right and to do it. It's very tedious work to set up the kits and everything. So even if let's say, for instance, okay, we're going to the Pacific right now. We cannot do a map in between. Well, we can change the map, but we cannot change the concept because it takes way too long for Kieran to do all.
Okay, so let's just change the map to a Pacific map, and we'll still use the basic.
Yeah,
kit.
but as I said, that could kill the hype. Completely kill it. And therefore,
The hype's already
well,
dead,
I'm
man.
not talking just about the hype. I'm talking about the general fun of it. Because after a while, you will get bored of fighting the Japanese or the American. Now, a way to counteract that is for that person to switch teams and then be on the other side for a little while. Sometimes that's a good way to counteract that. But the worry is if you keep a map for ever so long, or even just a side for ever so long, you get bored of it. Because you've been that way for so long.
Well, I've got bored of Hawaii because it's not enough Japs, as we all know.
Yeah, that's a
and,
fact. Okay, I haven't been in but one skirmish with Japanese,
Yeah,
and
same,
that's
one skirmish.
a very big problem. I'm sorry. Now, people want to switch, but Kieran has said he doesn't because he's worried about the server overloading, and I can understand that concern. But at the same time, we don't have enough Japanese. There's just not enough active Japanese, and we can't, because on a map that big at this point, there's not enough action to keep the server going.
You know what I
So
said?
we need to change the map. Even if we still have Japanese.
What if we
it's
don't
just-
change the map? What if
Hey,
we
Doom Boy.
adopt Hawaii?
No,
But
dude.
why?
No. You mean like as a Pacific?
No, we're not gonna make Hawaii the Pacific map. We're gonna change Hawaii so it works.
All due
for what we
respect,
need it
Boy.
for.
All due respect. I don't think Hawaii was made for that purpose. It doesn't. I don't think it's going to work. Hawaii just doesn't. It's just not right. It doesn't work. Doom Boy. I don't know how often you've been on. I think you were on once or twice, but I've been on the last couple days fairly active, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it just
Okay, so let's see
It doesn't.
here.
just with the problem with beds, just getting people to fight people on. Like I expected a bunch of people to be on.
It's
Doom
not
Boys.
like you
people.
get a certain location
Hey,
that you fight around.
Just one sec, if you could showcase Gaming's mod on this one.
I Gaming's mod doesn't work for me.
I have to say something about Gaming's
rip.
mod quickly.
Yeah.
He uses 2 assets from Normedian's mod, and since Norman removed his assets to deal with trouble
Yeah,
in
that's his
AA
ships.
server, he had to remove all his assets, which means the 40mm Beaufort cannon that Gaming uses and the torpedoes, those are also broken. So
Yeah.
those should be the 2 only assets that are completely broken. They will be re-added, but for now, they are completely broken.
I mean, yeah. The one thing I'm worried about on the new server when Pacific comes out, I'm worried there's not going to be enough access. I'm worried to kick it off because I mean, look at this. Okay, we kick off the first day. We kick it off. Granted, it was on a Friday, but still, Saturday we're not getting enough access members. We
But
get like.
it's not roleplay. What it is PvP, and not
Yeah, I
everyone-
know, but even
Everybody's
with
here for
roleplay,
roleplay.
Most people
Well,
don't want to do that because
I mean,
they don't see anything.
I would have
for
an
them.
audacious plan that if Kieran were to take all the files set up for the Pacific and put them off aside, and then did a British and German thing for a temporary time until
But
the map.
it brings us back to the problem that
It-
he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah,
he
it
doesn't want to
takes
waste his
too
time.
long, and that's the problem. He does, yeah, and he said it, and I understand that, but there's got to be a solution.
Again, that's why you should have
Well, I'm
saved
gonna
the
make
file.
my
But
suggestion.
unTRUMPed is in a dead zone, so it's either we change the map to British and we get no hype, or we keep on waiting on Hawaii and it's dead. So unTRUMPed
we
is
could
in
do,
a bit of a dead zone
And
here.
this is my suggestion, because in my opinion, this is literally the best thing we can do.
Well, I think it's already proven
And-
that being on like different maps has already killed the player base. I mean, because you're saying there are no Japanese on because they don't want to play because this isn't what they
Because
get on
they
the
don't
server
want to be
do.
Japanese.
No,
they're-
and this isn't what they get on the server to do. There are better PvP servers out there, and
Yeah.
you know it can't compete with those.
Well,
So
I
it
think
has
what we
to-
do.
unTRUMPed right now is trying to be something that it's not.
Exactly, and it needs to get to what
I
it
mean, I think I don't know. What?
I found Jones.
Oh,
You mean Miles?
No, it's John. It's John's. Duh.
No, it's Miles.
Mrs. Miles! Miles!
I think what we should
Yes,
do
ma'am.
is we should, and this is if we're gonna keep Hawaii, I think this is the best thing we can do because we simply can't compete with other PvP servers, like whoever said that.
yeah, that's
It's
the
just a
quote of the
fact,
day.
and you can't change it. It's a fact, and any attempt to change it would basically be wasting our time.
I mean,
What I think the best thing we can do is adopt Hawaii as best as we can.
No, it's not gonna
no,
work.
no, I'm
It
sorry,
is.
Doom.
There's
Hawaii
no
is-
HQ,
no.
There's no runway. There's no
HQ.
NPCs.
There's one runway. There's no military. There's no NPC. Okay, you can't put that much pressure on a mod. I come from being a mod on unTRUMPed for even just a couple of months. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's way too much pressure to put on a mod. You know, you get too many people asking for vehicles, and too many people asking for this, that, and the other, and it's just not going to work. It's a sweet
simple.
idea, but it's not going to work.
It's really simple what we need to do. We need a World War II map one way or another in like the
Exactly. I don't
and
know
the
why
next
we
2
can't
weeks.
just...
next. If
Why-
PAG's not done in 2 weeks, we can't say, "Oh, it's only 2 more weeks." We have to put a map on.
I just think we've been waiting too long, and even with this, I was
We've been
hoping,
waiting
and
since
I
Sicily.
think Kieran was hoping. No, we had
know what we can
Blitzkrieg,
do?
kind of, and
I don't know
okay,
why
yeah.
you took it off of Blitzkrieg.
I
Blitzkrieg
have
was
a-
okay.
Guys,
Let me
listen to
explain
me.
something.
I have a way out, okay? There is a way to duplicate vanilla maps and edit them yourselves. It would not take me very long to duplicate the map, get rid of all the current NPCs, rename a few things, and add custom NPCs in.
It's just Hawaii's boring though. Ultimately Hawaii is it's a very boring map. It's a pretty map. I like Hawaii for one reason. It's a very beautiful map. I think it's probably the most beautiful of all the maps, and it's got a cool underground cave system. But It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Okay, I mean...
Where else can we go?
Yeah, we're in such a bad state right now. We're in I was hoping very much so that this Kit PvP server might bring something back, might bring some people back, but it didn't.
The issue is it can't because UnTRUMPed isn't. No one on the server wants to do that.
The community isn't a Kit PvP community. It is a World War II RP community.
So, I don't know why. Yes, it's already been said no, but there's lots of maps out there that we can just use, and we're not utilizing them.
There's thousands of World War II maps that are good maps. It's just no one knows that they're out there.
Yeah,
I have 3 friends that have made maps that are...
We're back to that World War II Battlegrounds. Yes, it's laggy at times, but it's a medium map. Okay, I'll give you the good points. It's a medium map. We can easily make 2 main bases that's equip warp, so allies might get the MacArthur airfield, and the Germans, or not Germans, Japanese will get Adolf Industries, because people have played Japanese on this map before. Like, if you guys watch Nilex, he did a video where he was Japanese on World War II Battlegrounds. And it's a medium map.
I remember that
there's
map.
There's lots of good things on this map. There's plenty of... There's vehicle spawns, so Jones will have a job that won't be as bad because he won't have to spawn vehicles for people. There's really cool systems, like you can break stuff open, you can blow bridges up, you can...
Yeah,
it just feels more realistic.
It's still risky, though. All
we would need to do is change the map.
Yeah, I know, but it could be worthy of an attempt. But the problem is, Basil, the problem is, if it's true that it is laggy, okay... Not everybody's got ace computers, okay? A lot of people who play this server have potatoes. And potato computers don't do well on things... Okay, I can understand destructible things, especially buildables, on the... picture this. Having destructible buildings is like having a bunch of buildables placed everywhere. And that never does well. I mean, remember, like, the roof on Marsala, or the defensive prison. It gets so laggy that when you die, you crash.
But remember, Sicily was a lot larger map, and it was a lot bigger, and this is only a medium map. I think it's actually a small map.
It would take I could make
a video on this, on why we should use it. I'll show you the good parts, I'll show the cons, the pros.
Well,
I will show...
my choice, and I don't think Kieran would agree.
Kieran doesn't have much of an option. That's the problem.
Yeah, well,
we don't have options.
I think here's the thing that we're faced with. Kieran has to decide, would he rather wait and lose most of his player base, or would he rather do a little bit of work and keep it going?
We've got to bring it back into an RP, that's the thing. Now I understand. We have to bring it back into RP, or it's just going to fall apart.
It's already.
I mean, now in theory, if you,
or would he rather gamble his player base, trying to put it bluntly, shove a Kit PvP server down their throats, or would he rather attempt to gamble his player base by changing the map again?
Yeah, well, no, changing the map's not going to do anything. It'll add, or it won't subtract, but it might add. That's
something else we may consider is like not making it like Blitzkrieg, where it's like an intermission, I guess you could say, but actually picking a good map and sticking with it for like 3 or 4 months and making it an actual map that we're going to use.
We'll give Pag time to complete his map.
Yeah,
we've already done that.
That's what we messed up with Blitz.
Well, that's the thing, though. We gave people
too much time.
We've gave him a month to do this, and frankly that's a lot of time, even with school. Of course, I'm not in his life, I'm not in his situation, so his parents might be strict and say only 2 hours a day, and you can't be spending, coming from your you have school, you want to have some time to let off and do some fun things, and making a map isn't per se fun. Now it might be relaxing, but it's not per se fun. So we're at a very, it has to happen, but it's so frustrating, even on my side.
Well, we can all point this at the fact that Kieran hyped everyone up too early and took us off of Blitzkrieg too early.
Well, we can point out
okay, it wasn't his fault for Blitzkrieg. Okay, let me explain what happened on Blitzkrieg. I don't know. but the server basically broke because of how many plugins it had. So that's why, and then he found it as an opportunity to take us off Blitzkrieg. And so I don't know if you remember that or not, Apex. So
I do, but
he didn't
we
bring
have
it down.
something to go to.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, it takes forever to set those things up. Like, to set all the commands and everything. It takes
By
some
yourself.
time. Yeah,
By yourself, it takes forever.
But it has to be done if you want it to stay alive. So it's kind of like, you know, it depends what he's looking for to last.
He's got 4 content creators, only one of which would be distracted with making the thing if he wanted the map, if he wanted to just ask us to help him set up the server.
Yeah, I don't know though. Karen tends to like to do that stuff by himself.
I don't. After what just happened, I don't think he trusts anyone really because of the whole.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on, and frankly, it's no secret that Nick has been trying to bring this server down. It's just
that's
it's pretty
obvious.
clear.
Hi, Nick.
So he's definitely not going to trust someone with
Nick
that.
is just a big crybaby. That's what I think. What I think he is. There's just no other way. He's salty, and he won't get over what's done is done.
And
So-
he brought that on himself. It's not like we did something to him.
Yeah.
And then he comes up with like, "Oh, I was unfairly banned." It's like, bro, you did cool stuff. And it's like, it's just you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between voicing your opinion and complaining 24/7.
Yeah.
But, you
Nick did
know,
some bad
altogether, I mean, all this kind of lays on what Kieran wants to do and what he wants to last and what not to.
We can
But
make
yeah,
suggestions all day long, but
Sometimes-
I will say
not
this.
make a
I will
choice.
say this. Honestly, I'm already bored of the Kit PvP server. There's just not enough
yeah.
action. I need action.
we want,
That's what I want. I don't want to sit around and build a base.
That's all you can do. Because there's no loot spawn.
It's basically survival without loot spawns and kits.
Which is why I think we need a War 2 map that we can use, have events on, do all that, and then
But
switch
look-
over to PAGs when it gets
Okay,
up, which
so
is going
guys-
to be a while.
What I'm gonna do is, I don't know if Zach can do this, but Zach, if you can do this, we'd greatly appreciate it. If Zach ever can, we should put the World War II Battlegrounds onto a test, get people on it, and see how it runs.
that would work.
And we can see
Hey
if
Zach,
it's
could
lagging,
you do
and I
like
could record
plugins?
the
Could
pros
you
and
do
cons.
plugins similar to the ones, like have a
You
kit
can't do
plugin?
plugins, but
Plugins are make servers lag. That's just a fact. They're
Zach
so.
would-
Well, having
Zach
a
would not
kit
be able to do
plugin and a team plugin would not make it very laggy. That has
Most
been
of the
proven.
plugins that we have are unnecessary. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
the
We
name
strip it
tags
down
and
to the
stuff.
bare minimum.
No, that's
The-
not. No, hold it, Apex. That is necessary for one reason. Well, maybe not, but it's. I don't
It's
know.
like the idea was officers could demote people, but no officer can except for Kieran. So it's kind of pointless.
No, I can. Anybody LTC Plus can.
Okay,
they can.
well,
They can remove or. Okay,
So,
I'm not going to go into
4
depth,
people.
but I'm just going to say it is required though. That plugin is very required. It's very useful, and it makes changing, promoting, and demoting people very easy and simple.
yes, but almost
Yeah, but
every other server runs without it. So it's kind of like it's helpful, but not.
But it also sets up paychecks and everything. It makes it so much easier, and it makes. I know it doesn't seem a necessity, but it makes everybody's job a lot easier.
Well, I'm
You
just
know
saying,
what?
if we have a lag issue where everyone's like getting terrible frames and nothing's working, we can always take those off and reapply them when PAG's map is up.
Honestly,
Because-
I'm beginning to question whether Pag's map will be laggy because he's got so many trees.
It probably will
Yeah.
be because of all the detail he's putting in. I'm just pointing that out, but
Oh,
Well, I
dude,
honestly-
are there any questions in the live chat by
Uh,
chance? Curious.
not that I.
Landon wants to join. Let's see if he's in any of the.
Oh,
voice
wait.
chats.
Kieran just said this is why I don't manage it myself. I don't know anything about the plugin info. The plugins are linked to basic permission, so Kieran doesn't do it.
The plugins are basically
Oh,
plugins are
I just wanna
basically
say right
required.
now, Norman he just stated that his mods have been fixed, so hopefully gaming's thing should work sooner or later.
Okay, and another thing, with that. So if Zach, I don't know if you can do it this week or next. I've got 2 weeks off next week, so I can be on UnTRUMPed active because my holidays then. So yeah, I don't know if Zach will be doing anything, but yeah.
At the moment, I am not at my house, and I still have school and such. But I could try to possibly leave it up.
If Zach could, we could test that World War II Battlegrounds map.
Well, all Zach really would have to do is swap the map, give some people the ability to set it up, and then add the plugins.
But the issue with that is, some people, it's like Kieran can't trust that many people anymore. So it's kind of like
Kieran.
This is Zach with his server.
Kieran,
guys,
true.
Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. Pixel just updated his mod. Oh my god, what the hell? This is Pixel lied to us. This is.
What do you mean he updated his mod?
He just posted on his Discord a bunch of new shit.
Oh, he banned me from his Discord.
I'm banned from his Discord too.
Well, yeah, I honestly disagree with how Pixel handled it. Anyways, never mind. Forgive and forget.
Wait, did he update his Reigns World War II expansion mod?
Not the World War II. Reigns is dead.
No, Reign hasn't done anything to his mod in
years. Is updated. Okay, guys, you can continue talking.
Although to be truthful, as Apex was saying, Kieran's trust has gotten pretty small these days.
Do you know what I find hilarious?
What, Basil?
That Pixel on his World War II expansion mod, he's got the link for UnTRUMPed in the name, which I still find hilarious.
Wait, in the description.
His mod? Yeah, in the description. Oh god.
Oh,
Pixel...
does it say? Oh yeah, because it says servers using this mod and UnTRUMPed's at like the top. I forgot about that.
No, he changed it to metrics at the top. Oof.
Well, because metrics is metrics. Manny is actually banned on their server, I'm pretty sure. That was really funny.
Yeah, he just changed it. So he must have added some new vehicles by the looks of it.
If Pixel is by chance still watching this stream,
I think he is, because I think.
Okay, I'm simply going to say to you, I am not a moron.
Guys, look at me.
The people of this server are not morons. Kieran is not a moron. Okay, he has worked very hard for this server. I want you to understand that. You don't, because you're so busy complaining about something off of a second-hand source. Okay, honestly, Pixel, your mods were very useful. Back in the day, when we used them on Blitzkrieg, they were very useful. And contrary to popular belief, I don't think any of the kits used your mods. Maybe one of them did, but I don't think so. That I know of. I could be wrong.
And then he just says peace at the end like he's cool.
Yeah, no, Pixel's not cool.
Exactly.
Okay? He's acting like a little child. And he's not. I'm tired of all these people, all these modders. Children. When they're not. Okay? Now, that being... Okay, I'm just tired of it. Really tired of it. Okay, I'm not going to say any more than that.
I think that's a good thing to say, Jones.
Especially Nick. Nick is known lately to have been acting like a stupid, idiotic child. Complaining, and there's a lot of other words I could put there. But I'll only use the word...
I'm going to have to go AFK for a bit. You guys can keep chatting on the podcast.
I'm just getting really tired of it. Okay, almost every day I get on, or at least once a week, I hear about some modder complaining about something, or some person complaining, and I'm just tired of it. Okay? Come on. It's not like A&A's any different. A&A may not have donor kits, but A&A, honestly, I'm going to say this right now out loud, I think A&A sucks. I think it's a horrible server. That's just my opinion. That's where I stand on it. It's not put together well. Its leaders are horrible. Its admins are abusive. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I'm just going to say A&A is a lot worse than UnTRUMPed in this state. Even UnTRUMPed in this state. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm offending a lot of people, but I don't care. I honestly don't care.
Also, if we do have stuff. The main decision is now what is unTRUMPed, what's going to happen next to unTRUMPed. So we've got two big decisions, and Kieran needs to figure this out. We stay on there, and our player base goes down. We don't get hyped, and we wait for PAG. That could be months, and we still will be on Hawaii. No one will be playing it. Or switch the map, and whatever map, I don't know, whether it's Jacob's World War II D-Day map, whether we switch to, well, Battlegrounds, or we switch to whatever, I don't know. Germans, British, I don't know. But the main thing is, what is going to happen next to unTRUMPed? No one knows. That's the biggest thing about unTRUMPed right now. We don't know what is coming next.
Well, a change for sure.
Exactly.
Something big.
What is that change?
Ultimately, it becomes a question of will it survive or will it die?
Well, I think when 4.0 is coming out soon, maybe at the end of this year, so that...
Nelson won't get it done by the end of this year. Nelson's been talking about 4.0 for the longest time. And honestly, I don't think 4.0 is going to be an update to 3.0. At least that's not my understanding. I think 4.0 is a separate game.
Yeah, it's a separate game.
I think, honestly, 3.0 will work just fine. And I think the player base will stay pretty dedicated. Because in my experience, a game updates to a different version. Typically, there's going to be more who are dedicated to the older version than to the newer version. At least
I would like to see the new version as well. Because if there's modding, I really would like to see the new version. Because, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but that's besides the point. unTRUMPed has nothing to do with 4.0, at least at this current state. Now, we might switch over to 4.0, just depending on how things go. Okay, the good tip of advice, always wait to see how things go. Now, have a plan ready. In my opinion, the best thing to do is to switch to either a smaller map, but preferably World War II, and bringing it back into RP. That's what's going to save unTRUMPed.
Yeah, so we've got a small map, right? Well, I'm going to make a video. I don't know if it's today or in a few days, because today is my Sunday. So basically, I'll list the pros and cons of World War II Battlegrounds. I will list why it would be good for moderators, why it would have an advantage, what it's already got, and we wouldn't need to build FOBs. We would just need a doorway. That's about it. Because the point of a bed is to stay in one place so you can fight, right? And you won't need that. So, yeah.
What would you say? I was reading some of the comments. I guess I'm gonna watch the stream, and if there's questions, now would be a good time to ask them. I do believe. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I agree with chat. Pixel and Nick tend to have a bit of an obsession with unTRUMPed. It just seems like it. For some reason, they cling on to it.
And they don't let it go. The main thing I don't get is World War II Battlegrounds. It could be extremely laggy for all you know, but I think that would be our next best play point. Because it's got small, you don't need beds, you don't need any of that. It's just good inside and everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to see how things.
Yeah.
I mean, Pixel's Pixel. I don't have any personal things against Pixel, but that being said, I get tired of him complaining or talking about unTRUMPed. Now, I appreciate him saying peace at the end of his message that was posted. I can say I do appreciate that. However, his post, in my opinion, was completely uncalled for, unwarranted, and it should be the fact. That's at least that's where I stand upon the issue. I mean, I don't even know. Pixel isn't a part of this community anymore.
No,
I don't understand why he's watching this stream. Maybe he's a friend with Doomboy or something, and that's respectable. I got, like I said, I got nothing against Pixel. I never will, unless he comes after me for some reason. That being said, I think it wasn't right for him to pull his mod, but it is his mod. However, when somebody puts a mod on the workshop, you expect it to be used. I'm sure there's servers out there right now that are exploiting that mod. Any game, Okay, now the only reason UnTRUMPed could be targeted is because it's a fairly good server. I mean, what do you say to that?
I don't know.
You know, I just they're acting like children. That's my opinion. Now they may not look at it that.
Yeah. So the next UnTRUMPed map is, I don't think we can stick Hawaii on for more than a week because Hawaii's dead. The player base of UnTRUMPed right now is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who plays it is gonna die sooner or later with the player base, so they need to change it.
I'm going to respond real quick to another thing that German American Mapping said, because Pixel feels that there's a lot of things wrong. Okay, in all of my time of UnTRUMPed, which isn't that long, I'll grant you, just a few months, I never saw Pixel on. I might have seen him once. How does Pixel understand UnTRUMPed if he does not play it? At least in the modern time, he does not. He does not understand it whatsoever. And I grant you that he's probably spending that time modding, which is productive. But how can you say that you remove something or take something away without really being active on the server? If you're not active on the server, can you voice your opinion on something? If you're not active in politics, can you voice your opinion on politics? No. Heaven's sakes, in my opinion, no. You can't voice your opinion on something that you don't understand, you don't spend enough time with to understand. Even an hour a day might give Pixel an idea of what UnTRUMPed is.
Yeah, Pixel's complaining in the chat. You think...
Okay, German American Mapping, that was a long time ago. A long time ago. Even if it was New Sicily. He wasn't active enough. He's not been active enough in this newer server. Okay, that's just my point. Now, granted, he's doing productive stuff, but anyways, no, I'm not obsessed with Pixel. I don't think about you all the time. I'm just, because it just happens to be one of the subjects I happen to cover today. You know, I don't like it when people come and they complain about something that they can't understand entirely. That they don't, okay, you might acknowledge it. You know, it's sort of like a person who says, so let's say somebody's a war veteran. Okay, or not a war veteran, but someone says, oh, I understand. It's not a question of understanding. It's more a question of whether you acknowledge it. Okay. Anyways, never mind.
Back.
Yeah, guys, I posted the World War II map that I was talking about.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, you're right. Pixel doesn't deserve attention, but I just needed to get that out. I've been building it up over a while between Nick, Pixel, and every other person that gives this server a bad rap.
Oh, this map. I've seen this one.
Anyways, what else do we want to talk about? Sorry, Pixel, if I offended you in any way. I did not mean to do.
Wait,
I don't
why
mean to
don't we go
offend
back to
anybody.
the original UnTRUMPed map, which was Northwest Germany?
Was that Invasion 1939 that I understand? Or was it before that?
Germany.
Anyways, I don't know if there's anything else to really talk about.
I think we covered about every issue we have at the...
Yeah, I mean, sorry about that little rant in the end about Pixel. I just had to let it out.
It happens.
I had to defend, in my opinion, I was defending UnTRUMPed because I'm getting tired of certain people being kind of angry about it and tired about it when they don't entirely understand it all. I mean, I think Sicily isn't a bad idea, even though we've had it. And I don't know. We're in a tough spot right now, a really tough spot. I think that's about it. I mean,
I think we should switch to the British or a different option.
I think we need to do something.
This Sicily was a good map.
It's a good map, but we used it too much. Because
I understand it was on for like 3 months or something.
Yeah, and we've used it twice. And it gets laggy. It's a pretty laggy map.
Gaming, the reason we can't show your mod pack is for some reason it's not working on Doom's screen. It worked on Penguin's screen. It worked on Penguin's side, as I understand it, but it didn't work on ours.
But if anyone here wants to check it out, it's in the showcase.
Well, I think that's a logical thing, Terrace. I think possibly. Go ahead, Gaming. Go ahead. No, I don't have those installed. So I wish I could, Gaming, but
my computer's laggy,
Penguin is the only one that has those things.
Try Northeast Germany. That was a good map.
Well,
I think we should try a new map personally.
Yeah, there's
plenty of maps that we could try, and it's like I know 4 people, including myself, who's made maps.
Because we've done American for the past 3 times now.
Yeah, I know. I think UnTRUMPed's got a good formula, but it's just without the RP, the formula doesn't work. I mean, I don't know what else to talk about, though. I think we've basically covered every subject and gone off on tangents. Oh, hello, War Cowboy. It's by chance before I'm going to have to get off because I have to feed my animals.
I gotta get off.
Anyways, well, I don't know. I need somebody to keep carrying a conversation or something.
I don't know what else to really talk about, to be honest.
Well, I've got to go, but the main thing we need a change of map or faction in UnTRUMPed. It needs to be...
Gaming, I don't know. I mean, that's up to you, Gaming, if you want to, but you're going to have to get into the chat to do that, and I don't know how to set that. It's a Doomboy site, and Doomboy's been AFK for a while now. So do we have any questions that I can answer, whether it's personal for me or for the map? I mean, really, just questions. If I can answer them, I will.
What do you think, Jones?
About what?
About the whole situation right now. Do you think we should change? Or?
I think we should. I think that we need a necessity. It is a necessity that we change.
Well, I wonder if Kieran will listen to this one.
I mean, really, there's a necessity for change. Yeah, what is it, Brandon?
Or we could change the Jacob map.
Pixel.
There you guys.
Pixel. I don't know. I'm not in his Discord. I don't care to be in his Discord. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Alright, do you think Kieran will actually switch map, or will he just say, no, it'll be done and wait?
Okay, look, I think Kieran will make the right decision. I think, in my opinion, in the past, Kieran has made good decisions, and they tend to work out in the end. That's where I stand on it. And I have never, not most of the time, I have not always agreed with him or his decisions, but they usually work. And I sometimes get dumbfounded that they work. But Kieran's got the mind. And I think ultimately he can see and he can understand. And he does hear the community, I do believe. But he's got a plan. You know, like yesterday, I was trying to get a certain thing done for a team, for the allies. I was trying to set them up in a certain manner. And I spent all this time, meanwhile, my second, Cindy, I was trying to do this, and he kept asking me, how is this working? So ultimately, it comes down to the mind. See, Kieran, in his mind, he's got something going on in there. And whatever that is, I think will ultimately be good. I just think at this current time, we cannot fully understand it. So...
Kieran, we need to change the map. It doesn't matter if it's Northeast Germany or invasion.
I think I'm probably going to leave the stream. So before I go, is there anything else anybody wants to say? I'll be probably go on to general later. I have to feed my animals and stuff. So I mean, I could. Okay, in theory, I could go AFK and come back. I mean, if you want me to, I'll go AFK and come back. But I don't know.
What you do is make a straw poll on what should happen because we need to see unjust
Jared
to say.
doesn't like polls, and in some ways, I agree with him.
Yeah, but again,
I think honestly, I think would be an interesting change.
I would like
would be to have a British versus American, British and American versus Germany.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I think that would be cool. Now
would
that
be-
is possibly not possible. It's possible, but it's a lot of extra work, and I think that's. I mean, we could just make like the British an extra division or something.
Yeah, we could do that. I would be charged.
You know, like the I don't know what the Brits called their infantry back then, but
They called them the British. They had the British Expeditionary Force.
All right, well,
Army.
I think it's time for me to get off. So
Same here, so thanks for inviting.
Apex, try to hold the conversation.
I have literally nothing to talk about.
Well, I mean, just watch the stream and see if there's any questions.
I don't think I am in a position to answer them, but okay.
Good luck. I wish I could stay longer, but I've been pushing it out for like 20 minutes now.
Yeah,
so
my dad just got home, so I might have to go here in like 2 minutes.
I love how Doom's gonna come back and the stream's just gonna keep me going.
Oh, you want to add Brandon or Brandon? I guess you could say?
Well, let me see if I can move him. I don't know if I can. Okay, Brandon, I'm going to move you. You don't have to talk. Okay, Brandon, you're in the chat. You can talk if you want.
Brandon does not seem to be talking.
Okay. All right, Zach and Brandon and Apex, you do what you need to do. I wish I could stay longer, as I've said, but I have to get my stuff done. Now, I'll probably join General later today, so if anyone wants to talk to me about something, or whatever, or ask for my opinions on something. Anyway, see y'all later. I'm glad I could talk. Forgive me for my little tangent on Pixel and all that other stuff. Anyways, see ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alright, guys.
So now we shall discuss.
Let's talk about
things.
some more spicy things about unTRUMPed, right? Let's keep this conversation going.
Alright.
Alright, so...
I mean, someone has to check for questions, because I can't check for them
I can check them right now. Wait, shoot. Actually,
thank you,
they check the
Brandon.
questions. Just mute. Alright, there we go. Alright. Brandon, can you put me in chat? I don't know if I can.
Can you move people? I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, I think I
Brandon
can.
probably can.
Alright, Shadow, if you want to get in the chat, Brandon, pineapple or apple? It's obviously a pineapple, of course, and you know. What else? Yeah, Shadow, you need to get into like a channel so I can move you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shadow has to get into general chat so we can get moved.
Alright, I'm gonna go, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Alright, later, Apex. Can I join? Yeah, just get in. Oh.
Everyone's asking you to join.
Yeah. Oh, no. Actually, yeah. Are you in a thing?
I think we should let Jacob in.
Okay. Heal.
Can you move Jacob? Oh, Jacob's here now.
Wait, what
Jacob
the
is
fuck?
there.
I can't move him to.
Hello.
What the? Wait, who did that?
Don't be too loud, okay? No need to be loud. It's not a very loud
Oh
environment.
yeah, Shadow. Okay, here we go. Shadow.
Shadow Rear.
Move to.
Yeah,
Wait, there you go. Shadow got you.
Oh, yee.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we have to be very professional and not re. Is that possible?
Oh, yeah, as long as
Okay,
Toast
Shadow.
isn't here, we're fine.
To be honest with you, Toast joined, and I'll probably invite him.
Oh my gosh, if Toast joined, the stream would legit die in a freaking hole.
Yeah.
Be burned
Alright,
by
so-
Satan himself, and then...
Alright, so guys, I need to ask you guys boys a question.
Mhm.
How was Doom Boy's ship?
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
Yes, I didn't see it.
It's good.
Is it good?
It's a tad bit
I don't know.
glitchy, but you know, almost impossible to spawn in without it flipping, but it works. I like
Yeah.
it.
Alright.
Shadow kind of tested it
Alright,
out secretly.
Wits and you, Brandon asked Shadow, ask Shadow about heat train. Wait, Shadow, you did? Did you
what
try
do
to pack your bags going to move to the next map?
I wanted to keep Nick's Luger. But I
No
couldn't.
comment.
I wanted to keep Nick's Luger, cause freaking, like, it's Nick. Its Luger's like freaking beautiful. You don't throw away a Nick's Luger. How the frick did Brandon root himself?
Wait, what? Oh yeah, I did something. And Astro, yes, you can join us. Can you just get into general chat if you're watching the stream right now? He packed his whole house into. Oh my God, Shadow Sequel, you.
Okay, I salvaged my entire apartment.
Why?
It was always a joke, to be honest. I don't know if Udega catched on to it. It was supposed to be a joke, but then it actually turned into me trying to pack my entire house.
Oh no.
Okay, I thought you could keep your stuff, like you kept the stuff in your inventory, and that's why I thought people kept on having those revolvers. But no, an admin just would spawn them in.
What has happened?
Okay, wait, Doomboy, are you here, Doomboy?
Yes, I am here.
Run.
Hi, Doomboy.
Doomboy, how much damage does your anti-air on your ship do? How much does
I
it
don't
do?
know, okay?
HMG.
Balanced questions are no bueno questions.
Come on, now
If
we
you
have
did
to.
your own custom cannon, you have to know the damage of it. You wrote it in.
No, I haven't changed any damage. It's the HMG stats.
Doomboy. At least make it so that we can test your ship, okay?
I have!
No,
You
we
boys
can't.
need
It
to troll.
flips over every single time you spawn in. You gotta like be like freaking like a wizard to like not have it flip over.
Or you go underwater and you place it with the spawner.
I know, it still flips.
Well, that's your fault. You're just bad at spawning in vehicles.
What?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so does anyone here have a question about UnTRUMPed in general? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you
Jones
have to
went
look for
over
the chat for
everything.
that.
Well, I mean,
really?
okay,
Jones
so,
and his amazing
actually, no, I'm here. Let's talk about more about Pixel Boy.
I can
right?
see you.
Oh yay! Yeah, let's talk about.
Alright,
Pixel
so tell me,
this will
what
be
do you what's your opinion on Pixel? I want all you guys to your opinion about Pixel. Alright, let's start off with. Oh, Penguin's not here, so let's start with Doomboy. Let's go with that.
What? I'm
end
here
well.
still.
My opinion?
Mhm.
Pixel did something Kieran didn't like. Kieran overreacted. Pixel wanted to get on that overreacting action, and it hasn't stopped.
Alright, so what you're saying is Kieran and Pixel, like, preschoolers throwing a block back at each other, right?
They
Please
both
be
need to be
careful what you
quiet.
say because Pixel
Alright.
may actually be watching this
It's
right
like
now.
throwing
Alright,
dirt.
alright.
I know
so
Pixel's
Jacob-
subscribed to my YouTube channel. I don't care. He literally has no power over me.
Alright,
What can he do?
Jacob,
Refuse a bit
what
of
is
help?
your opinion of the
Already
of
banned from his Discord.
Pixel?
Well, my opinion is pretty much like taking off the mod for the Pixels expansion pack. Don't think that was the best idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, effectively taking down his biggest mod was not a very smart idea.
Okay. Alright, Shadow, what do you think about him?
So a tiny thing turned into a big thing when Nick was turned to mod. Then he wasn't anything, like normal player. Then he went to Pixel. They spread like propaganda with Pixel. Then Pixel was salty, and then he got rid of the mod for UnTRUMPed and like other servers. And A&A happened again, ish, like it was revived. And
Yeah, but
then,
it's dying.
And then Warfare happened.
Damn.
Just throwing mud at each other at this
Hey,
point.
they revived A&A just like
Yeah, but it's kind of trash. I've been on it.
Quote.
You have to be. You're like there's like no independent way to like actually get a job. You need to wait for an admin trash model to get on. And I spent like 10 minutes just in spawn room just asking so many people.
That And Rodego, I didn't pack my house in a locker. I packed it all in my inventory, by the way. Because lockers are for normies.
Alright, so who's going to be the next person to talk about Pixel, it seems to be?
It's your fault.
I think everybody said. I'm not sure, though.
Zach, it's your turn.
Oh, of course, it has to be my turn. So, to be honest, I think Pixel is... Okay, so he's not possibly, you could say, the most... Actually, no, he is decent. I mean, if you ask something, he will respond. It may seem to you, or to any normal person, that his response may be slightly aggressive if you attempt to talk to him. But, to be honest, that's kind of normal and fine. I think he's a great... I think he's a great developer of his mods. His mods are very nice. His models are nice. It's a great mod overall. It's balanced, so it works. And I kind of respect Pixel for making that great mod and contributing so much to the World War II unturned community.
But then he made it so that some servers can't use it. It's like, it's not as...
Okay, I'm back.
Alright, so Basil wants to get invited back. Okay, Basil, if you want to get invited, actually no, let me move Astro because you want to get in here.
No, don't invite that toxic guy thing into it.
Wait, I mean toxic, dude.
Dude! I'm not gonna even explain.
Can we stop being childish on the podcast?
He scares me.
Alright, Shadow.
Can we not be childish on the podcast, Shadow?
No, don't remove me, please.
We are all friendly people here, alright? So
only cool kids.
So like, let's talk about Pixel's Panful. Oh,
what?
No.
Pixel's what?
Panful. You know what I'm saying? His Panzer 5.
Panzer 4.
You know what?
Panzer 5.
Panzer 5.
Yeah, Panzer 5.
Panther.
I'm gonna get a quick opinion from you guys. I just want to ask you a quick question. What do you think UnTRUMPed would have to do? What do you think UnTRUMPed would have to do to stay alive?
I can't even spawn the thing in for some reason.
Alright, Basil, I can invite you if you get into a text channel.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah, just get in general. If anyone wants to join us.
Right, yeah. I'm here now.
Hi, Astro. So, quick opinion time. What do you guys think Kieran would have to do to effectively stop UnTRUMPed from dying? Because right now, most of the Axis team is effectively dead.
Well,
I'd honestly say to mend ties with Pixel, most likely.
I think one of the ways to stop UnTRUMPed from dying is try something new. I think what we should try to do is something that we haven't done before on the server.
Like British and Americans, or Italians and Germans, and put them together.
There's not enough content.
Okay, the Italians actually have a lot of content. They have an
motto.
SMG, they have an LMG, they have rifles, they have vehicles.
Yeah, Italians have a lot more content than you think they would.
Yeah, they actually do. They have 3 rifles, they have a scope, they have a full uniform, they have an LMG.
How much of that is not in Pixels?
Most of it. Most of it is Reigns.
Yeah, all of it is Reigns World War II mods. Yeah, so guys, what I actually think we should do is change it to World War II Battlegrounds. Because it's not too big, no reason for beds, we won't need beds.
He didn't really, because, okay, removing Pixel's mod didn't make that much of an effect, because Kieran's heart was already set for moving to Japan, and all the Japanese content is on Reigns World War II. Which pretty much makes it necessary, or makes it easier to not Pixels. But then yet again, that makes the Americans have no main Sherman. But then you may say, how about Normans? And I say to you, which one is better, Normans or Pixels? Let's be honest, it's definitely Pixels.
I'm going to be honest.
Reigns is the birth of the World War II mods. Reigns is the birth.
Reigns Sherman is super gay.
Yeah, it
Reigns
is
is the main mod we use.
But their Sherman is
gay.
We're not using
let me explain.
Stopping from dying is
Pixel added nuke for the
modders.
Oh, damn,
Also known as Norman and Pixel, because their mod provides a lot of content, and if there's less and less content, there's fewer and fewer players.
But we're gaining content because of all our people making them.
The problem right now is Pag said his map will be done. At first estimation, Pag would said his map would be done.
Not as much as the accumulated huge library that Pixel and Norman can have. You know,
honestly,
Doomboy, no offense to Doomboy, seriously, you're doing some great work, and I'm glad that you're modding for this server. It's just, crews are not the same thing as all the content that Pixel's had, and to match a certain amount of content, we'd have to take a long time.
Well, that's what Apex and gaming are for. Honestly, the cruisers are taking way longer than they should have, and the Japanese cruiser's gonna go a lot faster. Basically what happened to the American one is I got a ton of glitches because it's the first time I've ever made a ship and I got way too ambitious, and then I got super burnt out on it, and I finally come back to finish it.
Was it good looking?
Even if the content we're after, though, I'm still in his Discord somehow, and
I'm not banned.
It's
I'm
become
banned.
a place where people just kind of shake their heads at unTRUMPed. Often.
Well, it's because Nick loves his propaganda, and Pixel loves Nick.
Yo, I would spam unTRUMPed propaganda on Pixel's Discord, but I don't want to. So.
Oh my god,
that'll get
that,
Nick to
Doomboy?
kill you in 30 seconds.
Doomboy, what is that? Wait, is that your ship?
Maybe.
Fire the gun, please. I want to kill this.
Gotta hear them machine guns. Wait.
You will nut to that, Brandon.
Wait, look at this 10 out of 10 engine.
I will nut to. Wait, what?
Oh, so you're saying that's the Cleveland?
This is the USS Cleveland.
Alright.
Only you could test it out.
Make it go boom.
So that's the one with the overpowered radar, right?
This is not gonna be overpowered. This is gonna be
what
balanced.
What is that Yeah. Oh!
You okay, Boyan? You okay?
So guys, another thing, if we are going to change map, what map do you think we should change to?
Alright, my opinion.
I think the best thing we could do right now, without changing anything on Trumped, is get Zach's server and go find out what works on Zach's server.
Yeah, I think we should test out World War II Battlegrounds first because that's the coolest map. So it's got the most action-packed in the smallest amount of area.
Wait, what? Doom, I have a question for you. What?
Oh,
is that like?
We could use my map because Zach wanted me to customize it for him.
Who?
Yeah, we could do that. Or I think we should test World War II Battlegrounds first.
Jacob to customize his map to make this spawn.
What is some of this World War II Battlegrounds? I don't understand what this is. Here, give me a moment. World War II Oh, it's just
content so fast.
There's only so many, and you know, Pixel and North.
Shove a. Well, to put it basically, to be completely honest, what unTRUMPed is trying to do
my damn
is
thing
shove
broke. I couldn't hear anything.
Let's be honest, pretty terrible kit PvP server down an RP community's throat.
But the thing is, if you're gonna do a good map, World War II Battlegrounds, okay, it's a small map, or it's medium to small map. Yes, it has got a lot of stuff, but it's small, so it's not going to be as laggy as you think it would be as Hawaii.
Alright, Blue, I'll add you.
Another good thing is there's
that
loot
map
spawns.
is so standard that no one's going to like it.
Oh,
no, it's great.
It's better than Hawaii, okay?
Yeah, and there's loot spawns, there's medical spawns. Well, the only loot spawns is medical.
Before and it was so bad, I really...
There's vehicle spawns, and so that means admins won't have to spawn vehicles in, or beds. It's that small that we won't need beds. It's like, but it's got... Okay, I'll tell you what it's got. and these are all destructible. It's got a forward allies base, it's got a farm, it's got an airfield, it's got a town, it's got a massive fort, a river, a forward base. Only if I could show Doom somehow. Like, if I could share screen.
The map is actually pretty bad.
No,
it's great.
Doom, tell me to share screen.
Look, I've had the displeasure of having to play on it before, and it was just...
Yeah, when I first played it, it was bad, because it was on AA, but it's actually
It was on A&A that immediately made it a bad map.
If it was on UnTRUMPed, it would be amazing.
Not playing A&A.
Because we would have the British soldiers, American soldiers, and German soldiers in Italian. Because it's great. There's factories that everything's destructible, and then we would actually have a use for charges and bazookas because then we can blow walls up. And there's going to be awesome, because then you can have like awesome street fighting, and you can't just hide behind a barricade, and because it's going to get shot, and then you'll have to move. It's going to be more realistic with the destructible items.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be a pretty cool thing that you could do.
Like destructible battles, that would be amazing. Like,
It gets very repetitive, and with the vehicle spawning things, it's like you know how there are a bunch of boats that spawned on Blitzkrieg like that, but worse. They're P-47s that spawn on the runway.
So what?
Yeah, but at least we
survival
have World War II vehicles. On Hawaii, we have no World War II vehicles.
I know. Excuse me. It just basically got to be
Hold on,
a World War II survival thing.
Zach, I'm about to message you.
Yeah, and it's just so, and it's actually cool, the map, because it's just awesome.
Yeah, it would be something.
It would be something completely different.
Okay,
yes,
so
but
Kieran wants something that's more realistic, right?
Yeah, but this is
and this is realistic, so I wouldn't.
Hello.
Like this would fit into
It's one of those standard World War II maps.
And we could, yeah, but it's a great map, and it always will be one.
Yeah.
Okay, Astro, you gotta give something a shot before your random ends.
I've had to play on that before. There is some old World War II server called Mads World War II. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of it, but I think it was after the fall of A&A, and it switched to that map, and it got so uninteresting that I just left.
Well,
yeah, but for UnTRUMPed, it would be cool. For UnTRUMPed situation, this map would be perfect for it.
That World War II server that I was playing before, Mads, had its own custom map that was like Denmark and everything, and it was Denmark, Germany, and Poland, Sweden. It was really cool.
Honestly, we shouldn't
have.
Map just killed it. I think what we did wrong with Pacific, and we need to learn from this, is we started hyping everybody up before any of the content had been made.
Just
there was literally no Pacific content. And we were like, yo, we're making Pacific stuff.
Pacific hasn't even been released yet, so we can't tell if there's a mistake.
Well, you can already tell because people aren't very hyped anymore.
I'm
still hyped.
Well, enjoy being hyped for the next 2 months while Pag makes his
Hey, ready? Oof.
Yeah, I'm not even hyped anymore because I've played it, and I'm like, yeah, I would rather play as the Brit or America. It's just like
wait.
We've gone American so many times,
British?
and it's just
we
getting
went by the mentality we are right now, right? So I'm not really hyped about the weapons and stuff. I've never really been. I'm really just hyped about what's on the map instead.
I'm here to date your 6-year-old.
God damn it.
Roblox or not?
You know
Roblox?
what? I have an idea.
Minecraft
Since
or Roblox?
there are other servers going the Pacific route, that seems to just be like the area, but no one's ever explored the French front so far.
Well, because French front is
the Ardennes? Oh, please don't tell me the Ardennes.
Dude,
yes, we should do that.
The Ardennes.
Oh wait,
the Ardennes, Johnny.
Guys.
The Ardennes.
Oh, crap, what's it called? Fuck. We can do.
Watch your language.
You're
on
not
the stream.
pronouncing it right, Brandon.
No, I know. Like no, wait. I've got like one battle.
Yo, I have the ultimate suggestion. Let's go Nam until Pacific comes out.
Nam. Yeah, let's go Nam. I
10 out of 10 suggestion.
It's not the Ardennes, dude.
It literally does.
No, I know, but like no, wait, Blue.
Honestly, UnTRUMPed would be like the only active Nom server.
Well, no, you know that
there was one other Nom server and they just shut down like last week.
Yeah,
Wow,
it shut down last week because it was hot for like maybe a week or so, and then it just died. That was the same thing
Because
with original
the
Vietnam.
management was bad. Did you see? I was on for a single event. Well, not even a full event. And there was like 5 people on. And it was literally just the admin spawning and stuff while everybody derped around building. And then the USAF failing to destroy it. It was literally
seriously though, just stepping into
We're gonna try it, Dad. We're gonna try it. Look at this.
Quagmire might not be the best choice for a server that is basically teetering off the brink.
Quagmire, that pervert.
What?
Now everything's quiet.
Alright, boys.
No one listens
Alright,
to
guys.
him.
Okay, guys.
Damn.
What do you guys think? You know, I mean, after all the specific things, what do you guys think will happen to UnTRUMPed?
I'm just happy for my visor.
Of course you are.
After Pacific, I'm really not sure which direction we will go. We should probably explore a new front.
Or
we explore a new era. Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Yeah, that would be cool to be like either going forward to the present or going back from to the past, like in World War One.
Well,
hint, hint, wink, wink.
You know what would be left is more or less the single prominent World War II server. Metrics. We would be moving all World War II players to metrics. We can't do that.
Or we don't leave World War II entirely. What if we win a time period around World War II? Hint, hint, wink, wink, hint, hint,
The German War might be a little fun. Spanish Civil War people.
There's a content creator named Boo who
Spanish Civil War. No.
Wait, did I just restart the live stream? I think I did. Well.
Big oof.
Hey, 2 more subs. How many subs do I have? I don't know.
Seriously though, Spanish Civil War, we need to do it.
Oh no, 2 more
Well, there's somebody
subs.
named Boom who's starting some content that's gonna be made in about a year.
Hey,
hint, hint,
Doomboy, I have a
wink,
question for you. Doomboy, I have a question for you. I was like, I saw you testing out your new cruiser, right? And tell me, what was that sound it made? Like the dramatic, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the horn.
Huh?
This? That noise? The "we're here, get wrecked."
But yeah, we haven't really no one's really explored the French front yet.
That would be pretty interesting.
You know why? French are gay.
It would.
Yeah, French are big gay.
No, what about a Maginot Wine alternate history? Ardennes never happened.
No, but what a lot of people don't get is that the Germans weren't entirely weren't in a advantage. Their tactics were just good enough that they could take France that easily. They
Honestly,
were very much
the French had better stuff. The French were overall better.
Yeah, the Germans
was the
were
German
highly
blitzkrieg
outnumbered.
that
If
beat
I
the
remember
French.
correctly, the French and the British had mobilized 4 million men by the time the invasion.
The French tanks were also way better. Like the German
Okay,
Panzer
the
II
French
could never
put
stand
all their
up to
eggs in
the
one
French light
basket.
tanks.
Well, no. They put all their eggs in all their other baskets besides one, and then they got screwed because of that.
Yeah. But what if you made it Maginot Wine?
Oh my god, that'd be Gucci, but yeah, French would have a big advantage because it's the Maginot Line.
But you wouldn't have all the guns and everything. Those wouldn't physically work.
Yeah. But
You
it's
know-
not a giant freaking wall of like buildings.
You know, when Game told me about Pixel updated his mod, I also got so excited about Tiger 1 because he was showing like pictures of it in development and it looked kind of sexy, right?
Still
And I was like,
I
No, I'm not really thinking about the Ardor Blitzkrieg itself. I'm thinking maybe we should explore Fahrrad, or Case Red. Fahrrad is German. And that was what happened directly after the Ardent operation, where they, captured Paris and mopped up the rest of it. The siege of Paris might be an interesting thing to explore.
We could do almost a Sicily-style map.
I mean, yeah, you'd have the Parisian
where you'd have like,
around
you know how Sicily you have like the Allied base and it was far away from everything, and then you had the Axis base that was kind of close to like.
Let's go to World War I, my boys.
Boy, go World War I. No, here's an idea I like.
Battle of the Somme.
Here's an idea I've been dabbling with. Post World War I, if World War II broke out sooner, before they had developed all the tactics, like. World War I design philosophy with early World War II technology.
But that doesn't make sense, because Germany would be totally neutered.
Oh, yeah.
The Treaty of Versailles literally limited their army to, I believe, 100,000.
But an alternate universe where the treaty, basically Germany went, forget that, and...
Yeah, they legit
and just like built up their armed forces.
Well, no,
it would basically be fiction. It would be pure fiction based off of history. It'd be
there's a good episode. There's a good episode by Military History Visualize exploring why Germany didn't rearm earlier, and the simple answer is that they would have been invaded by the Allies.
Dirty cats.
It would have been the invasion of the Rhineland, just 100 times worse.
Big oof. But why, though?
If Germany had more oil.
Oil?
Yeah, oil. That awkward silence. Stop it.
Alright, awkward silence has come to a close. Let's talk about me. Do a pineapple lord? No, because I'm probably an important topic.
I think we might just...
Yeah, I agree with Dago.
What's ridiculous?
Hitler didn't help either.
Yeah.
BSH.
So many new subs. Hype.
Hashtag go subscribe
Apparently I
to
can't
Doomboy
permaban
Gamer.
myself while I'm in single player. That's depressing.
Who here thinks Pixel's a thought?
Well, you know what? Let's forget Pixel. Let's take a book. Let's take an episode out of Kieran's book and just forget him.
Oh lordy, big lordy. I'm playing Hearts of Iron 4 blind. Ooh, this is not gonna go well.
Yo, play the French, and instead of making the Maginot Line, invade Germany first. I want to see how that goes.
Well, I think the reason for that is because the French were pursuing a policy.
This has turned into history class.
Yes,
I think we need to end the
And they're
podcast.
pursuing a policy of pacification.